is Friday, and that means we are back on the road for Uniquely West Texas. Tonight, we are dropping you off in McCamey, a small town with a strong will to thrive. It's also known as the wind energy capital of Texas. News West 9 Sydney Jollyvet went to McCamey and tells you more about its history.
The saying goes, this town was so small that it had to borrow a horse. This horse right here to even be considered a one-horse town. But coming up on its 100th year of being here, McCamey encompasses its entire past to create the best future for a small Texas town. It's a small town of less than 2,000 people, and that includes Patty Jones, who is the former mayor and is now the city secretary.
It's the best little town in Texas.
Patty knows a great deal about McCamey, like how it got its start and name 99 years ago in 1925, all thanks to their founder, George B. McCamey.
Him and two of his business partners discovered oil here, Discovery Well #1. They set up shop, got workers in, and in order to get the equipment delivered by rail, he painted his last name on the side of a boxcar, pushed it off to a side rail, and that's how McCamey got its name.
The town began to boom, just like the oil industry, with a population of over 10,000 people at one point. But as you'd expect, it also faced the bust too.
We've weathered the ups and downs of the oil fields. We've been through recessions. We've been through depression. We've been through everything, storms, tornadoes, you name it, and we just seem to build back. We just seem to stay the course.
But many of the buildings never needed to be built back up. They have stood the test of time, holding history of how they came to McCamey by rail.
One of our streets still has some of the Montgomery Ward's or Sears kit houses that were delivered by train. They're actually still standing and in use. So you literally ordered a house for like $200 from Sears and they've delivered it to you on a train and you built it. It was literally a kit for a house.
One of the homes that was delivered is the Adrian House, and along with many others in town, like Patty's home.
The one I live in was built in the 40s, so an 80-year-old house.
They all display a tangible connection to what once was. Think of it like walking into a time capsule.
Not just in stories or something you can flip through your phone and read, but to actually see the physical items, to be able to go into a 100-year-old building and have it represent the work that was done before. I think the preservation is vitally important to a town's history.
It's not just the 80-year-old homes where you can walk into the city's history. There's also the McCamey Museum. It's a roadmap to all the city has seen, including its history on race.
Dunbar School. This was our historically black school before segregation. It is still standing. Miss Nora was one of our very first teachers in all of our school system.
And of course, there's room for an urban legend or two.
And here's the book on Pansy, the trapeze artist. Pansy was injured and stayed in McCamey. She became one of our local unique characters. She pulled a little red wagon around wherever she went. Yep, that's actually her wagon that she drug around town and used to build her house.
2 blocks over, you'll find 2 more buildings that open the door to more of McCamey's history. This was a Girl Scout hut built in the 1930s by the community out of local rocks. And right next to it is the new and improved McCamey ISD admin building. It was built in 1926, and after 98 years, it recently got a makeover.
We had part of the town that wanted to tear it down, that it's not worth saving. But there were a lot of us that stood up and said that building can be rehabbed and it can stand another 100 years.
With only one school district, everyone can remember what it was like to be a Badger and climb the famous M Mountain, which was lit on fire as a homecoming tradition.
We would go up every year, clean off all the mesquite, the weeds that came up, re-whitewash it, re-lime it, line it with coffee cans that were circled with cardboard, fill it with kerosene, and the shop guys would light it on fire when homecoming game started.
The M still sits high, looking over the city, alongside the dozens of wind farms that give McCamey its official name as the wind energy capital of Texas.
Back in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken, we were one of the very first commercially functioning wind farms to go online in the United States.
And who would have thought? A town that was founded on oil and gas now dominates in wind and solar, continuing a trend of hard workers with that strong West Texas grit.
That's one of the things I love about it. We keep an eye on the future, but we also want to honor our past, want to honor the people that came before us that built McCamey.
With a beautiful blend of past and present and a tremendous amount of growth in the works, who knows, maybe one day this town will be lending a horse instead of borrowing it. Reporting in McCamey, I'm Sydney Jolivet for News West 9.